What's going on, guys? How are you liking my videos thus far? Um, if you enjoy, you should hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell so you can keep on going and be with us in the future. So today we're resuming the old 62. You should totally watch the other videos first to know what's going on, if you don't. So today we're talking about Composite Superman. Now, this is a first for us. You know, we've been talking about a lot of different characters, but we've never really talked about someone that other people might know about. You know, it's always been the unknown characters. But this guy, he's appeared a few times recently. He was in a Lego game. He was, I don't know. But he's reappeared a little bit, but never in canon. So what I'm getting at is he's been erased, just like all these other characters have. The Crisis on Infinite Earths erased him, but there are people out there that know who he is. Everyone thus far, except for maybe the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, no one knows who they are. So this is kind of a first for this series. Alright, so on with, first I should look at appearances. We've actually got more than one, so that's surprising. That's not really a first, but it's been rare. So, first appearance was World's Finest 142, June 1964. Appearance of Death, World's Finest 168, August 1967. So, at least he's got more than one. I don't know how many appearances he has. If I wanted to see his appearances, I would have to search that. There's no, like, link on mobile. Alright, so, history. Joseph Meach was a high diver who had fallen on hard times. That's, that could be a pun. In an attempt to draw publicity to himself, Meach set up a water tank on a sidewalk in Metropolis and dove off a building. Unbeknownst to him, the plastic tank he used was leaking, leaving only an inch of water. Meach would have died if not for the intervention of Superman. Yeah, I think someone else did a video on this. Someone with, like, professional style animation. Well, it looked like a little cartoon. But anyways, so Joseph Meach was about to jump off this building into a pool of water that he had set up. But the problem was, yeah, it was leaking, and he would have died, but Superman came in at the last second and swooped him up, like he always does. The Man of Steel, upon learning of Meach's misfortunes, obtained a job for him at the Superman Museum. Yeah, that was a thing. I don't think that's a thing now. In these times, there's the Flash Museum, but when it comes to museums dedicated to heroes, that's pretty much it. So, Meach was employed as a custodian. Meach's bitterness did not subside, and being surrounded by artifacts and mementos of Superman's career, directed his anger towards Superman. That's an interesting concept. Like, what did Superman ever do to him? I don't know. It doesn't really add up, but I guess, you know, we just go with it. We go with it. One night, as Meach was sweeping in front of a series of statues depicting the Legion of Superheroes, a bolt of lightning passed through an open window and struck the display. The statuettes, which were actually miniature, lifeless duplicates of the Legionnaires, unleashed an energy blast that struck Meech. Meech discovered that he was endowed with the combined powers of the Legion members. So now he has all the powers of the people in the Legion of Superheroes. That's a lot of people. Determined to defeat Superman and Batman, Meech used his shape-shifting power to turn his skin green and form a costume that was half Superman and half Batman, along with a lead-lined bat mask to prevent Superman from using his X-ray vision to discover his true identity. Yeah, he didn't know Batman's identity, so obviously the side of his face that's not Superman is his real face. So he had to make his mask lead. Calling himself the Composite Superman because Superman, Batman, Superman. What do we do now? Composite Superman. That's literally what he was trying to do. He tried to mold together the names Superman and Batman, but they both end in man, so it failed. So he just came up with Composite Superman. Alright. So Meech told the heroes that if he was not allowed to join their team, he would expose their secret identities, which he learned via telepathy. The Composite Superman then created situations for Superman or Batman to handle, but which he intentionally sabotaged to humiliate the heroes. When Superman and Batman deduced Meech's evil intentions, the Composite Superman forced the team to retire, or he would expose their identities. That's sort of a, ultimatum. I don't think that Superman could beat Composite Superman, because for a time, Superman was in the Legion, and so was Mon-El, Largand, whatever. Valor. The world's finest heroes soon discovered that the Composite Superman's intent was to rule the world. I mean, he totally could. He totally could. With those powers, yeah. Although they were unable to defeat Meech, who used his vast array of powers to keep the duo at bay, the Composite Superman was defeated when his charge of powers turned out to be temporary. Yeah. His, electric shock that gave him his powers eventually just wore off, and then he was powerless. Kind of a cop-out for the writers, but it kept them from making something that was way too powerful that couldn't be stopped. I guess. I mean, they wrote themselves into a corner when they made this character, so. Meech reverted to human form with no knowledge of his activities as the Composite Superman. Yeah, because that makes sense. The Composite Superman reappeared a few years later. An alien villain named Zan came to Earth to avenge his dead father, a criminal who was captured and imprisoned by Superman and Batman. Zan studied the Composite Superman and decided to restore Meech's powers by recreating the accident that endowed him with superpowers. The Composite Superman soon captured Superman and Batman and tried to kill them. Meech's powers wore off before he could accomplish this, though, and soon Zan appeared, explaining why he wanted Superman and Batman to die. Zan then fired a lethal energy blast at the heroes, but a remorseful Meech intercepted the blast, which killed him instantly. And I've looked for other versions because I know people actually know about this character, and I've not found any that are really canon. So, We're good. We're good. This version was erased by the Crisis event, so. He's still technically dead, even though he showed up in I think he showed up in a cartoon. And he showed up in a Lego game. But that's not canon. Neither of those would be canon. Alright, so powers and abilities. Power replication. In terms of abilities and raw power, the Composite Superman was one of the most powerful enemies Superman and Batman ever faced. The Composite Superman possessed numerous special powers derived from various Legion members, which were the following powers. So power replication just means he had these other powers from other people. So, alright, so the powers he got from the Legion, the little statuettes that were on the display. Here's what he got from them. Size alteration, the ability to grow to giant size and shrink. He got that from Colossal Boy and Shrinking Violet. Biofission, which is the ability to divide into 3 people. He got that from Triplicate Girl. Electrokinesis, the ability to fire lightning bolts, which he got from Lightning Lad. Say that 10 times fast. Pyrokinesis, got that from Sunboy. Oh, it's not like fire. It's not like an explosion of fire, which is what pyrokinesis normally is. He just generates heat and light. Okay then. I can see why Sunboy wasn't very popular. But he got that ability from Sunboy. Density control, the ability to make things super lightweight, which he got from Light Lass, and super heavy, which he got from Starboy. When you think Starboy, you don't think of that. Alright. Then he had Matter Digestion. Matter Eater Lad. Yep. I mean, of course he would get that power. Matter Eater Lad was definitely a member of the Legion. Not the best member, not the most liked member, but he was in the Legion. Okay. Invisibility. He got that from Invisible Kid. Transformation. The ability to inflate into a large ball. He got that from Bouncing Boy. Elasticity. So he had stretchy powers. He got that from Elastic Lad. This is a much longer video than our last few. I am happy about this, and we're not even done. We're not done yet. Metamorphosis, the ability to shapeshift, which he got from Chameleon Boy. Telepathy, he got from Saturn Girl. Enhanced Intellect, he got from Brainiac 5. Magnetic Manipulation, he got from Cosmic Boy. So, like, the living magnet sort of power. Magneto, from the X-Men movies. Yeah. Enhanced Vision, from Ultra Boy. He could see through anything, even lead. So his X-ray vision was better than Superman. And Superman cannot see through lead, so that's the thing. And he got that from Ultra Boy. Molecular Reconstruction, which is the ability to turn things into other things. So, like, say if I wanted to turn this Bubblies into a block of wood, I could do that. If I had that power. phasing, the ability to phase through walls. He could move through solid matter. He got that from Phantom Girl. Superhuman strength and durability, and it doesn't say who he got that from. Probably Superman, if no one else. I noticed there's no powers from Superman, so yeah, maybe. That is a ton of powers. That's like a modern character. You know, you go to a modern DC character, you look at their powers, and they got like at least 5. One character. Alright, so tell me in the comments what you think. This character is obviously overpowered. So, I've even seen panels where the Superman side of his face, you know, because it was green, it was kryptonite. I've seen panels where that was how it was. So, this guy should be brought back for so many reasons, but he's not. He died for good, as far as canon is concerned, in 1967. So, he had a good run, though. Longer than anyone we've talked about thus far. 64 to 67. So, like, 3 years. Whereas most of the people we talked about only appeared once. So, this is really good. He had like the longest lifespan that we've talked about for any character, and he could be brought back. He could totally be brought back, and we wouldn't even have to explain a lot of stuff. Alright, so leave your thoughts in the comments, tell me what you think, and tomorrow, who do we have tomorrow? Yeah, we got a pretty good one. We've already talked about him, but not featured him in a full video. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and it'll be a good episode. It'll be really good. Alright. Peace.